What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Thank you guys for being here, thank you for the support on the channel recently, it's been absolutely insane. First thing we're doing is swapping Wayne Rooney that you saw me buy at the end of the last episode in for Ibrahim Afellay. What I didn't do in the last episode was explain what was happening in the series right now. I got so caught up in talking about Player of the Month Mané and other sorts of things that I didn't mention what I was doing and why. Basically I went and I did a draft because, you know, I was watching Nick do a draft and I'm watching a lot of like the pro players and the streamers and stuff spamming draft and making a lot of profit from it, even if they're losing in the early rounds because of how valuable players are right now. And for me personally, I was like, yeah, let me try that as well. But now, because of course we're combining Draft to Glory and Road to Glory together, there's going to be a lot more of that anyway, so it's not really a big issue. This game here, on the kit screen, he had an orange kit and I had the PS4 kit. In the game, we both had PS4 kits and it didn't seem like it affected him. I know the start of last year, me and Bateson played a friendly against each other and we both had identical white Real Madrid kits on my screen, but on his screen he had a black kit. And I think the same issue happened here because this guy was seemingly playing with just like no concern. It didn't sit like I just feel like he was able to pick his passes right, and I just struggled. So we did take a loss. One of his goals was really nice to his credit, but I couldn't tell the difference between my team and his team. So yeah, you take that as you will. You know, taking a loss this early on obviously is a bit brutal, but it comes part and parcel of FIFA Ultimate Team. You know, last year I think we got over 500 losses by the end of last year, so you know, taking a loss isn't really a big deal. But I tried the draft, and we are going to combine Draft to Glory and Road to Glory together. You will see Draft to Glory stuff tomorrow in the Road to Glory video. What I think I'm going to do is not show any of the Draft to Glory gameplay, because if you want to see that, you actually get to see it on Draft to Glory. Just show the draft sped up and then the pack sped up. I might cut it out completely. I don't know. I need to figure out a good way of doing it. What I said on the Draft to Glory series, and for those of you that watch both series, you'll know what I'm going to be doing is just trialing it for a few drafts. Like, we're going to do 3 or 4 Draft to Glory episodes, trying to work out the logistics of how I'll put the content in one or both video sets in both series, and whether or not it's really going to be viable to separate the two but also benefit from the two of them being together. So we're going to try and figure that out. I still think it's a good idea, but I do have to sit down and work out the ins and outs of exactly how it's going to go. After that, I did also try and qualify in yesterday's video for Foot Champs. I lost narrowly in the final 3-2. I do have to qualify. I haven't qualified yet, but what I'm thinking of doing is waiting for my squad battles rewards on Monday before I qualify. So that way I'm going to get around, 40,000 coins and 2 mega packs, because I very much doubt I won't finish Elite 1. You know, I'm in a really healthy position to finish Elite 1. So yeah, the 2 mega packs and the 40k coins will give me a nice little boost to the point where I can really strengthen the teams that I've got and go into Foot Champs DKT with no problems at all, just knowing that I'm going to be able to give myself a good position to qualify from. So I tried that, you know, yesterday's episode, and we failed in the final. And then I decided to start going through divisions. You know, I bought all these players, and all I'm doing so far is playing offline. And I do feel like I've got a couple of really good teams. You know, I spoke a little bit about it in the last episode. I feel like the Bundesliga team is really strong in attack. You know, I've switched to a 4-1-2-1-2 in this episode, I believe. And I've got, you can see the team there is a 4-3-2-1. So I switched to a 4-1-2-1-2. So you will see the changes this episode. I bought Bellarabi, and what I've got is I've got Thorgan, Hazard and Bartels up front with Max Kruse in at cam, who's got great stats. Schürrle on the left, Bellarabi on the right, and that 5 there with Guile Vigovi in at CDM, that's like a really, really strong, like 6-man kind of like midfield and attack. So I just need to upgrade the defense of the Bundesliga team and maybe the goalkeeper. I think I've actually got Sommer in goal, who's not bad. But the 40,000 coins and the 2 mega packs will obviously be very healthy to help me upgrade there. I might be able to go and get myself a top rack, maybe get the Weiser at right back, maybe go and get Brozinski at left back, and just really pull up the team. And then in the Premier League team, I'm actually in a really good spot with the Premier League team. You know, we've got Sturridge and Welbeck up front, who I like. We've got Wayne Rooney in at cam, who is great. On the wings, well, I've got 2 centre midfielders because I'm playing 4-1-2-1-2 narrow with the Premier League team. We've got Jordan Henderson and Ander Herrera. Herrera is fantastic. Jordan Henderson's not bad. I might capitalise on Jordan Henderson because of the Mané Player of the Month right now. I'm not entirely sure on that one. In at CDM, we've got Morgan Schneiderlin, who eventually I'll upgrade to Bakayoko, but in the meantime, Schneiderlin is just just fine for that position. And then the defense isn't bad either. So I feel like I've got two good teams right now that I wouldn't mind upgrading a little bit over the next few days as the squad battle rewards come in and as I complete some SBCs over the next couple of days. But yeah, I do like where I'm at with the account right now. What you're going to get in tomorrow's episode, like I said, we're going to get the Draft the Glory stuff in tomorrow's episode in a little bit of a post-com. Then we're going to go live, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete the SBCs that I haven't done because the one-to-watch cards are out now, and I want to see if I can pack them. What I didn't do is I didn't do the League of Nations Hybrid and the Nation SBCs. So I'm due to get like 2 rare mega packs, of 50k packs and 45k packs. And I saved them on purpose for one-to-watches because I knew if I did those SBCs beforehand, I know I wouldn't have been able to not open those packs. So I saved those SBCs so I could save the packs. And by saving the packs, I'm just hopeful that we can get something decent, you know. I know Bason's been getting some incredible stuff on his road to glory, so I'm hoping, and Nick has as well. So I'm hoping I can emulate that, and with the squad battle rewards and all those SBC packs. This account over the next 2 days, 2 to 3 days, which for you guys will be literally the next 2 to 3 episodes, is going to go from decent to very, very good, hopefully. You know, even if we have a little bit of pack luck, we're going to go and get ourselves a couple of incredible teams, which I'm very, very excited for, very much looking forward to. The Mané SBC came out. I was bang on with what I thought it might be for the players. And I was bang on to the point where I was bang on. You know what I mean? Like, you needed a Premier League team. You didn't need a Liverpool team, so I got that one wrong, actually. I bought a whole Liverpool team, a 179 rated team I had, and I thought if they do one, it might be a 180 team, but I got 179, as explained in yesterday's video. If I needed to, I'll just go and buy Emre Can, and that would have got me to the 180, but you didn't need that. So you need an 83 rated Premier League team, but it's very cheeky because it's got one position blocked out, and that's the left mid position, which it has what would seemingly be a Mané in there, but it has no rating. So you don't have to get an 83 rated squad over 11 players, you have to get it over 10 players, which actually makes it a little more difficult, and it's more like an 84 rated squad. For that, we ended up buying a lot of decent players. We already had some decent players, you know, Mustafi, Herrera's high rated, I already had Henderson, Sturridge. I made some investments. You'll see the investments in in tomorrow's video. You'll see the investments in tomorrow's video. But I made a lot of good investments of 82 and 83 rated players in the Premier League. So that covered that. So I could potentially get the 83 rated Premier League squad with little to no trouble. You know, maybe buying 1 or 2 more players, it would sort me out. But for completing that, you don't really get something too great. The next team to complete from the Mané SBC was a Senegalese team. From that, you only needed 2 Senegalese players, 3 nationalities, and an 82 rated squad. So all of the Senegalese players that I invested in, that was obviously smart. You know, that's going to work out for me. Then there's Mané's journey, which is from his previous clubs. You needed 1 Mets player, 1 Salzburg player, 1 Southampton player, and a 78 rated team, which seems really easy. But the other requirement, which was really frustrating, is you need a Senegalese player from Liverpool, which means you need Mané. And as you would have heard me say in yesterday's video, and you would have seen me say on Twitter, and possibly hear me say in people's streams, I cannot believe they put that requirement in there. Mané's price on PlayStation 4 went immediately from about 80,000 to about 160,000, and that's where he'll stay for the 2 weeks. And I don't understand it. It's too expensive. The card is very, very good. They've upgraded him from an 84 all the way up to an 87, which is a huge bump. Last year, the Player of the Month didn't get bumps that big. The bumps were only, I think, 2 upgrades. So he has been upgraded massively, and his in-game stats are fantastic. But the only people that have that sort of coins this early on in FIFA are people that spend FIFA points or that get ridiculously lucky in packs, SBC packs or whatever. So for someone like me, even with all the work I've put in, even with everything we do over the next few days, the two rounds of squad battle rewards that we'll get from before this expires, maybe even the 3 rounds that we might get before it expires, I don't know the exact dates. We might even get a 1 weekend league rewards as well before it expires. Even with all that considered, the fact that Mané himself is 160 to 180k, and then all the other stuff on top, you're looking at 250,000 coins. I said to you guys at the end of last year and at the start of this year, I'm not going to waste coins on SBC cards if they seem like they're not value for money. And for 250,000 coins, I would much rather just go and buy a player in that left wing spot, because you know damn well, as I know, Mané is going to get plenty of informs this year. His first inform might be an 85 or an 86, but his second inform will be an 88. It will be above the Player of the Month card. So by the time he gets to a second inform, that Player of the Month card is now untradeable and not the best version of the Mané card. Sure, it looks fantastic. The card, the actual like aesthetic look of the card is brilliant, and the in-game stats of him are fantastic. But when we look at the Premier League left wings, let me go and have a look at the Premier League left wings. We go to the positions: left forward, left mid, left wing. Eden Hazard, I don't know how much Eden Hazard is. Let me go and have a look at Eden Hazard's price. Now, of course, Mané, like I say, is like 250 to 300,000 coins on PlayStation, and probably this around the same on Xbox. Eden Hazard is currently 300,000 coins. So instead of doing Mané to become untradeable and to just dump those coins, yeah, you get a few packs for it, but nothing great. I think you get two 15k packs, a 7.5k pack, and a 25k pack. Like, it's not huge rewards in return. For the same money that you're spending on that Mané, you could just go and buy Eden Hazard and use Eden Hazard and then sell Eden Hazard as and when you wanted to get some coins back, or because you've had enough of him and want to try someone else. So Eden Hazard there is a good shout. You've got Alexis Sanchez. You've got Mané's regular card, Anthony Martial, Heung-min Son, Leroy Sané, Kevin Morales. They're all very, very good cards. Of course, Morales, Sané, and probably Coutinho, you would say, aren't quite the top meta players, but definitely Son, Martial, Hazard, Sanchez, and Mané's main card. Those 5 cards, which are all cheaper than the Player of the Month card, are all very, very viable options to use instead of the Player of the Month card. So what I'm not going to do this year is, like, because I could burn everything I have in the club, I could sell it all off, I could wait for my rewards to come, I could do the SBCs, I could open the packs, and I could complete him. But what I'd be left with is one untradeable player and a bare minimum club. And I don't want that. I don't want to waste that. I know in a few weeks' time I'm going to sit here. Right now I'm sitting here thinking, God damn, man, I really want him because he looks great. And that's how EA get you. You know what I mean? They get you by showing you this. Oh, look at this. And you sit there and think, oh, I want it. So you go and get it. You waste everything. You exhaust all your resources. And you end up left a little bit, I shouldn't have really done that. I'm not going to do that this time. I know in 2 weeks or 3 weeks' time I'm going to be looking back thinking, man, I'm so glad I didn't get that. Because instead of getting him, I could go and buy, Bakayoko, Kyle Walker, maybe a solid centre-back, a Chris Smalling, or could go and get, like, I don't know, a better striker. Could go and get myself a really strong striker, Marcus Rashford. All of that for the price of one Mané that is untradeable. Not interested in doing it this year. I want to make sure I'm really efficient with my coins. And last year I got all of the Player of the Month cards, but this year, like, Yasir tweeted that this year is going to have, FIFA 17 was just the start, and this year is going to have a lot of live content, which means there's going to be a lot of stuff like players, SBCs, packs, just all sorts of daily and weekly objectives, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be a lot of that. And the fact that there's going to be a lot of that is huge for us, and it's going to make this Mané card be overshadowed immediately with something new that's going to be far more useful, far more time and cost efficient, and far, far more effective in the team than wasting all of our resources on a card that I would then feel obliged to use for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? Like, if I got that Mané card, if I did go and get him, I know I'd sit there and he would just be in every team for the rest of the game. And the reason why, again, I turn away from that and think I don't want that is because I love Heung-min Son in this game. I loved him last year. I would argue that he was probably my favourite card throughout the year, closely contested with that Eden Hazard card. The Player of the Month Hazard was incredible, but the Heung-min Son, both Player of the Months, the striker card that I packed, the 90 striker card, I loved that card. It was that and Hazard were like my favourite 2 cards of the year. And his card this year, his base 82 rated card, is fantastic as well. So I'm very, very happy in the knowledge that I could just use the Heung-min Son, and if and when he gets an upgrade or an inform or a special card or an SBC, I'll go and complete that instead, because I'd much, much prefer that instead of the Mané card. So that was the second squad. The third squad. The fourth squad was Mané's goals. You needed one player from Watford, Palace and Arsenal, an 80 rated squad with 90 chemistry. They're actually quite easy. Mané's goals I might complete because it's going to cost about 5k or so for a pack. I don't know what the actual pack is. The reward is a premium gold pack. Ooh. I might not do it. For a premium gold pack, I don't know if it's worth it. I might not do it, but I might. I don't know. The Senegal team is about 12k and gives a gold players pack, which is trash because it's only got one rare in it, and I don't find that worth it. Not for like 11, 12k. I might as well buy a 15k pack and hedge my bets, you know. So I don't think I'm going to do that. The Mané's Journey one, which gives a 25k pack, is just far too expensive. I'm not going to buy Mané. Even if I packed him, I'd probably sell him and just take the coins and then improve my squad tenfold. And then the other one is the Premier League squad, which gives a Jumbo Premium Gold pack, a 15k pack for a squad that costs 60k to complete. I'm just not interested in doing it, guys. I really am not. I feel like this. I feel like EA have massively overpriced this Mané card. You know, if you take away Mané, it's about 100,000 coins in total, give or take 20 or 30k, depending on what you had in the club and how the prices are on that given day, right? But all they had to do was make a different requirement that was quite expensive but not too expensive. For example, an 81 rated team with an inform, right? Because that way the informs go to like 20, 30, 40k for all the cheap bog standard informs instead of 10k. The market is revitalized and it's still going to cost between 100 and 150,000 coins for this Mané, but it's far more achievable for a lot more of the user base. As it is now, I don't think many people will be able to do it because they won't be able to afford to. There's just not enough coins on people's accounts to do so. And that is my opinion and how I feel on the matter. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing the Mané SBC unless something drastic changes. You know, it might be a situation where I do an SBC that gives me a 55k pack, and in that 55k pack, I pack an insane player that sells for insane funds, where I'm just like, you know what, I've got so much coins out. Like for argument's sake, I packed an icon that goes for 500,000 coins, right? An icon that I don't really affiliate with, that I don't care about. I don't know what the price of the icons are, but let's say a Shevchenko, right? Let me go into Footbin real quick. Let's say I packed an Andrei Shevchenko, and I can't spell Shevchenko. Let's say we pack the 86 Shevchenko. He goes for 790,000 on PlayStation. What's the 88 one? The 88 one's actually cheaper because it's a worse card. Let's say we pack the 88 Shevchenko, just randomly, you know, for argument's sake. He goes for 700,000 coins. I don't particularly care about Shevchenko. He's not a player I really loved growing up. You know, I did watch him at Chelsea. I watched him at AC Milan. I enjoyed it when I watched him. But I wasn't blown. He wasn't a guy that I was like, oh my God, I love this player. So if I packed him, I'd happily sell him. 700,000 coins in the bank, job done. But with that, I would then be like, okay, now let's go and get this Mané card, right? Because I've got bonus coins that I didn't expect. We can go and waste them, no problem. So I'd go and get Mané. But if I packed an icon that went for, say, 200,000 or 250,000 coins, for example, Inzaghi, again, another card that I just couldn't give a damn about. Inzaghi is currently 300,000 on PlayStation and 200,000 on Xbox. I wouldn't then sell him and go and get the Mané. I would sell him and go and improve my squad, because 300,000 coins is a good way to improve your squad massively. 700,000 coins is a good way to improve your squad massively and get the Mané. And of course, I'm talking hypothetically because I haven't packed an icon. I haven't even done the SBCs. I may or may not get anything, and I may or may not get nothing. I may or may not get everything. I might pack 3 icons in a pack. You don't know. But yeah, bottom line is I'm really turned off by the Mané Player of the Month, and it actually makes me happy, because I was worried that even though I said I wasn't going to do all the SBCs that came out, because I know last year I wasted like 4 to 5 million coins on them, I still sat there and thought, if opportunity presents itself, I might. You know, I just might, because I know what I'm like. If I see it, if I had the coins available, I'll be like, let's just do it. I'll make the coins back. But I'm glad that this Mané has been so overpriced and so set so ridiculously for the stipulations that I won't be touching it. And one of the benefits is as well is that I was so prepared for it, except for one item, except for that Mané. If I had Mané as well, I had the whole set. I had everything completed. But other than that Mané, I had everything prepared. So although the prices haven't really gone up much right now, because so many investors were prepared, over the course of the next few weeks, all the players that I've invested in will go up in value to the point where I might only make 10 or 15% return on interest, but I spent about 30 to 40,000 coins on them. So even if it makes me 20 to 30,000 coins, I'll be happy. Even if it makes me 10,000 coins or 5,000 coins, I'll be happy. Seems to be a situation already where some players have gone massively expensive. You know, I bought Slimani for 750 coins. He's 82 rated. He's important to the BPL 83 rated squad, specifically if you don't have like some super high rated players. And when I checked again, he was still only 1,300 coin bin. But as people do start to do these SBCs, his price will probably raise to like the 2,000 to 3,000 coin mark, and that's when I'll offload, you know. And if it doesn't raise to the 2,000 to 3,000 coin mark, I'll still be able to sell him for like 12 to 1,500 coins and double my money on him. And that's the truth for me for a lot of players. I bought Granit Xhaka, an 82 rated Arsenal player, for 450 coins for Granit Xhaka. And if we actually, again, if we look at the Mané SBC, he is relative to 2 of the SBCs that are there. Because he's relative to the Premier League one, because he's an 82 rated player, which is huge player for relatively cheap. He's big for the team. But also for Mané's goals, he is needed. He's usable in terms of an Arsenal player in an 80 rated squad. So a lot of the players that I bought fit into more than one of the SBCs, which is going to really raise their value. So hopefully I've done the right thing. In tomorrow's video, you're going to see me going through all my investments, showing you what I bought, showing me selling the ones off that I want to sell off. And I might be keeping some of them for SBCs. For example, Granit Xhaka, unless his price goes up to like 2,000 or 3,000 coins, I would actually keep him and use him in one of the SBCs that I'm going to do from the Hybrid Leagues and Nations, for example. So yeah, I'm happy with what I've done with my coins. I feel like I haven't wasted coins. I don't feel like I'm going to lose out on coins. The only thing I'm not going to do is get Mané. Now, what a goal that was, by the way. That first goal was sick as well from Danny Welbeck. We go 2-0 up in this game. We needed a win to win the Division 9 title. We got our 2-0 win. We won the Division 9 title, which, of course, I was super happy about. We took one loss along the way and one draw along the way up. Obviously, the loss came from that kit clash, but a loss is still a loss. When, you know, in 100 days' time, I'm not going to look back and think, oh yeah, don't forget one of those losses was because of the kit clash. It's just another loss on the record, right? No problem at all. I'm very happy with where the account is right now. I'm thoroughly enjoying FIFA 18, guys. I can't express to you enough how happy I am with this game. Yep, goalkeepers have got a few issues with them, and the defence needs tightening a little bit. I feel like EA have gone from one end of the spectrum to the other with how defending works. There are certain times where the AI is just complacent. They just stand still and don't really do anything. I feel like that needs tuning a minor bit. But overall, I'm loving this game, I'm loving this series, and I'm loving the support that you guys continue to give to the channel. So thank you guys for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.